This week on Modded, I take a look at Memories, an episodic mod for Portal 2. Ray takes us on another epic adventure in Skyrim, and we finish up in Ugu land with a Mountain Blade warband, Naruto mod. First off, let's start with Memories, an episodic mod for Portal 2. The idea behind this mod is that it grows as you play it, and every new chapter will be based on a whole new theme. Basic concept is you start in the main room, use the portal machines to visit the chambers and gather all the cores and bring them to the main room, and open the gate, leading on to the next chapter. The mod brings some nice new challenges that had me thinking early on into the game. Like with all Portal mods, I got past the first few missions fine and then discovered a massive skill level growth. It was awesome, really fun and engaging. It did show my weaker parts on platforming, but it really managed to get me thinking about each little thing, each step required to get through to the next room. The mod kind of has a great way of expanding upon the kind of rooms that you'd see in the original Portal 2 game, and it takes them to a whole new level. You're kind of having to do multiple things at once, and often it's quick reactions that will get you out of a situation you're stuck in, rather than doing a certain thing in a certain set order. And also rooms have multiple things to do to get out of them. So, for example, I believe it was the third room. The first and second room, I only had to do one thing to get through them, but in the third room, I actually had to do 3 things just to get out of it. And each thing unlocked a new step of platform that got me closer to where the core was. This includes all the basic things you're used to doing, but some things you're not used to doing, so where they've combined stuff that you must do together before you can even get one thing. For example, even the first bit of platform out of 3 that you have to raise up, if I remember correctly, takes 3 different things to do, or maybe 2. So that gives you a really in-depth thing, and means that these chapters look short in the sense that you go there and it's like, oh, it's only 4 or 5 little bits of room, I'll be fine. And then you start playing them and you realize actually this has a lot of meat to it. I found the mod really enjoyable to play. It works really well on making you do multiple things at once to progress, like I said. And I really like the way that the rooms worked, and the use of level design was one of the strongest points of this mod. In fact, the level design made me just got me thinking. I started thinking to myself, you know, the possibilities of this are endless. I'd never really thought about it before. I'd thought to myself, making these rooms must be, you know, pretty easy. But actually, the way he's done it, it's very cleverly designed. If you miss your jump ever so slightly, you will fall to your death, and then certainly in my version of the mod, it crashed out, unfortunately, when I died. But it was a great fun. It was a great fun mod. I really enjoyed every kind of moment of it. I found it very challenging. I only played through the first 2 chapters, so I'm looking forward to playing the rest of the game. And this game is definitely something I would recommend to anyone to download and spend some time playing through it. It's fun, it's worth your time, and if you enjoyed Portal or any of the Portal series, you're going to find this really nice, kind of not story-driven at all, there's no backstory, but it does have some damn fine missions going on there. So give it a look in. For more information on this mod, check out the links in the description. And now on to Ray for some awesome Skyrim times.
As I go around in Skyrim, I like to find different companions that I can get to join my team. We've already seen Deadpool, we've already seen a Draugr that will fight to the bitter end using Dragonborn techniques. But it's time to reel it back a bit and actually get back down to basics. Meet Diara. She is a pure fighter girl that has additional stamina that awaits you in the Sleeping Giant, or however you pronounce it, they have it there in Skyrim. To find this place, you have to go back to Riverrun, the very first miniature little city that you run into when you start the game. She's good with one-handed weapons, and she uses a shield. And she is actually a really good fighter. I took her out for a roundabout. I had to load her on an earlier leveling because I kind of derped up on my level 11 version of the character by not unfriending another mod I was trying to do, and I didn't have it active, so she wouldn't follow me. So that's why we're back to level 5, if you remember us being a higher level back with Deadpool and Miss Draugr. We went out to where I had already fought and defeated a dragon with Deadpool's help. I went out there, and we got into a big fight. And just like the Draugr, she actually has a very, very high threshold for pain. She managed to do a lot of work in comparison to most followers that you would get. She had her shield, she was taking the fight right to the dragon. But then she did something that actually caught me by surprise. She healed herself. I haven't had a companion that actually healed themselves in battle. And she was the first one to do so, which was a nice touch. So that means if you really get into a tight spot, she'll actually heal herself. And that's good for people who like to play mages and priests and healer versions of the character in the game, because you don't have to waste your lovely, lovely magicka on her, because she'll stop and do it herself. She also uses minor fire magic as well. I think I saw her use it once when the fight with the dragon, but her bread and butter is being the tank for you with her shield and her sword. A little glitch that I saw was after while we were fighting the dragon, I think she either died or she melted through the ground, one of the two, because she just up and vanished. So I was looking for her, and then I look up and the dragon just staring at me like I'm lunch. So it didn't end well for me. But yeah, bringing it back to the basics to get a regular human being here with you. I'm going to go ahead and give you a teaser for next week. Next week, we will have a ninja on our team. That's right. Ninjas from Dead or Alive, believe it or not. I am tweaking the mod right now, and I'm going to have a lot of fun with her next week, and we'll be able to go through a little bit of what you can do with her storyline. This week, Miss Diara was a spotlight because I wanted to show you an option for a tanky fighter chick if you don't want to have any other ones that the vanilla offers. So make sure you head over to Riverwood, hop into the Sleeping Dragon, and pick up Diara. You will be able to get the link for the description below, download it, it installs relatively quickly, and you'll be able to get on with your adventure in the world of Skyrim. Then I swing you back to Burns as he takes you into a world of the ninja.
Thanks, Ray. Now onto the Naruto mod for Warband. So, when I first went looking for mods about a week ago for this week's episode, I came across this, and being an anime fan myself, I thought, hell, why not? It only took a few minutes of the music playing to get me thinking, wow, this is gonna be awesome. And it was. Right up until I tried to kill some random villagers. So, literally, I have never had such a hard time killing simple peasants. Were they wielding clubs? Or pitchforks? Or knives? Hell no. They had freaking samurai swords and bows. I'm like, the fuck? These peasants be tough as balls. So I went and recruited some men to help me out after I got my ass handed to me. And so, we had about the same amount of men. I recruited about 13, took on a 15 size thing of peasants and thought, right, this time I have it. Nope, I still got my ass handed to me. Now, I won't lie. I don't normally cheat in games to succeed. But for the purpose of this video, I thought, hell no. I am not letting filthy peasants who probably play on shitty consoles overthrow my glorious PC gaming character. So, I leveled myself to 45, and bought the finest armor and weapons the nearest town had to offer. I took on the peasants once more, and this time, I kicked their ass. Feeling cocky, I decided to take on a village and attack them head on. So at this stage, I'm like, bitch, I look fabulous in my armor. All until 4 seconds later, when the villagers swarm me with samurai swords and kill all 13 cave trolls I had, as well as my recruits, then swarming me in what can only be described as the most terrifying Zerg swarm I have ever had to witness. I was completely and utterly destroyed by this village. At this point, I'm pretty much literally pushing my head through my hand with the most almighty of facepalms. Now, to say this game's combat is slightly challenging would be a bit of an understatement. The new armor and weapons are fun to use, and it's the first mod that made me feel like I was in one of those bullshit anime-style fights, where crazy shit be going on, you're not really sure what's going on, but somehow you're still alive and killing things, and crazy shit's happening, and oh, did that guy's head just fly off? Yeah, it was one of those. The flying around, there's a part of the mod which allows you to fly. It scared the crap out of me the first time. I genuinely thought that my character had been enveloped in the warp and lost for centuries to come. He just disappeared! I'm like, whoa! What up? Where's my character? And he was just gone. Absolutely gone. The game features plenty of Naruto-themed characters and places, and a bunch of very cool mods that change the way in which a lot of the game combat works. And if you love massive combat battles where you are constantly at a disadvantage, then you know what? This game is for you. The challenge is real. For lovers of samurai style and hard combat, this mod's for you. For more information, check out the links in the description. A massive thanks to Ray and to you for watching. Make sure to subscribe, like the video if you enjoyed it and want us to keep on making more. And of course, stay tuned for next time. I've been Burn, and this was Modded.